Hey babes, welcome back to the O Show, everything crypto every day. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and of course, set alerts. We're going to talk about the 2 crypto gems you should be paying attention to this week, and I've got some data to back it up. Let's get into it. This story came out over the weekend. Grayscale Digital Large Cap Fund and Grayscale DeFi Fund announced quarterly rebalancing of funds. Smart contract platform Solana and decentralized exchange Uniswap have been added to the Grayscale Digital Large Cap Fund. I like to follow the money on this show, and the fact that Grayscale has added Solana and Uniswap to their portfolio makes me immensely bullish. These guys are not going to dump money into anything unless they think it will make them money long term. And we've seen this play out, especially with Ethereum Classic. Ethereum Classic is probably the most worthless cryptocurrency I have ever seen in my life, but they still have it on their list. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at Solana and Uniswap's price action and see if we could potentially get in at some lower prices. This is the Solana chart that we talked about on last night's show, and my scenario still stands. I'm seeing confliction between MACD, RSI, and stochastic RSI. RSI and stochastic RSI is indicating bearish movement, indicating that price wants to go down. MACD, on the other hand, is still running upward, but we are starting to see a little bit of a bend on the daily chart. So this is telling me that we could potentially reverse and fall down a little bit. So I gave 2 scenarios on last night's show. The first scenario was to maintain support at about $160 and then continue to fall and consolidate between 144 and approximately 161. The bullish scenario was to sustain at 160 and continue to climb. Right now, looking at the chart, I am feeling a little bit of a breakdown below 160. I have bids set below $100. I am not saying price is going to fall between $100, but me as somebody who has already invested in Solana, somebody that has a moon bag that is earning passive income on that moon bag, I want to get Solana at a great price. And so I have my bids or alerts on my phone starting at approximately $99, which is also the EMA 100. Now, taking a look at the 12-hour chart. 12-hour chart is also giving me some confliction between our indicators as we're holding on support immensely well at 160. I still have my bid set. That's not going to change because we don't know if we're going to experience some volatility. Taking a look at the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart is showing a lot of fight here above 160. But as far as Solana goes long term, I think that we can easily hit about $300. It is a psychological number and it is almost a 2 time from here. This, however, would be contingent on Bitcoin continuing to go upward. Either way, I've got my moon bag of Solana and I'm going to be holding on to that for a long period of time, especially with this news coming from Grayscale. This is the Uniswap daily chart. I also have a bag of Uniswap. It is a very small bag compared to a lot of others, but I still like to hold it. Now, taking a look at Uniswap price action. MACD is running upward and we're getting confliction between MACD, RSI, and stochastic RSI. And price is teetering right above our EMAs at about $24 here. I like to have a support area at $22, and I also have a range support area between $19 to $14, just in case price gets a little bit bearish. We've got very strong support at $22, $23 because that is where the EMA 200 is. In order for me to be bullish short term on Uniswap, we would need to get a breakout here at about $26. So I would be looking for a breakout of $26 and then a move up to about $30, or a breakdown, head to $22, then of course in our range box. Long term, I do think that Uniswap can then go back up to about $45 if the Bitcoin bull run continues, which I think that we will sustain in this Bitcoin bull run, but we're going to experience some volatility. Either way, a nice bottom area for me is about $14 because we've held support on this line so many times. I do think Uniswap is a solid project to consider looking at. I like their DEX. There's one of the many DEXs that I use, and I do think a lot of their partnerships make sense to me, and especially the fact that Grayscale's invested in them, that also makes sense to me as well. Let's talk about this story, because this one is not a fun one. 160 million at risk due to bug in DeFi lending protocol Compound. We talked about an incorrect transaction that was sent to an anonymous address from Compound. I think it was about $68 or $70 million. And one of the folks from Compound put out a tweet and said, I'm going to report you to the IRS or to the FBI, whatever it was. And they're asking for the funds back, which is kind of ridiculous because this is DeFi and it just was a bizarre mistake. Either way, it looks like there was a second exploit that happened again. The reason why we are talking about this is because I want to remind you guys, when you're utilizing decentralized protocols, please stake, farm, earn passive income on a Moonbag. That way, if something like this happens, you are subjected to less risk because what you're going to be losing is something that you own completely free and clear. That is my only gripe that I have to say about this. It's unfortunate that this has happened and that they have lost about $160 million now. But at the same time, I also understand that this is crypto, this is DeFi, and this is the wild, wild west. And that's why anytime I leave any type of cryptocurrency on a centralized exchange or in a DeFi protocol, I understand the risks, and I just wanted to give you guys a friendly reminder. Yes, we are going to cover Bitcoin, but I want to cover two stories first. U.S. Federal Reserve has no intention to ban cryptocurrencies, Chairman Powell says. However, he thinks they could possibly be replaced by a CBDC. This is telling me that the government is coming. They're going to instill regulations. However, it's going to be a little bit complicated for them to get rid of cryptocurrencies. Very, very hard because a lot of these are decentralized protocols and a lot of these don't necessarily operate in the United States. Either way, let's take a look at our next story. 200,000 Bitcoin price programmed as Bitcoin heads towards second RSI peak. I want to talk about this article because I don't like the way it was written. It was written by Cointelegraph. One of the reasons why is in this article, it doesn't say what time frame this is. It just kind of throws a chart out there and it is utilizing fractal-based technical analysis, which is 100% fine. You can do that. All right, this is our Bitcoin monthly chart, and I went ahead and marked little areas where we had these double tops on the RSI. We first saw this July 2013, September 2017, and now we're starting to see it in August 2021. And what I did was I drew a little middle line in between. In order for Bitcoin to hit this prediction of $200,000, we would need to pump approximately 314%. I think we are lucky if we see $75,000 to $100,000 Bitcoin in this particular cycle. However, another thing to note here is that we may see an extended bull run because we're seeing a lot of different things economically playing out. We're seeing government come in and they want to kind of regulate crypto. We're also seeing China ban Bitcoin and people are starting to buy more. We're seeing the adoption in El Salvador. There's a lot of different factors here. And plus, you guys, we're still in the middle of a panorama. I would love Bitcoin to hit $200,000. I just don't necessarily see that playing out in the next year. And I want to watch a few things. I want to watch to see how we sustain in this particular area. Another thing I want to show you is this chart. This is our Bitcoin daily chart. We talked about this last night on the stream. I went ahead and drew trend lines from April 13th of 2021 when we had that swing high from $65,000. And I made it touch over here from May 10th, the swing wick high, and then the swing wick high over here, August 1st. We were able to successfully break out of this trend line on August 1st. However, when we hit this area, $53,000, I went ahead and drew another trend line. We got rejected. So that's why I connected those two trend lines. In order for me to continue to be bullish on Bitcoin, I need to see a flip of about $49,000 and then a flip of $53,000 to make a higher high and continue on. But right now I am still a little bit cautious due to what Bitcoin is looking like on the charts because we're literally just going sideways and we're holding support above $47,000. Either way, make sure your positions are managed and you stay safe. This next segment is sponsored by Swash app. Reimagining data ownership, incentivized data flows for Web3 data solutions. And I think that this is an actually really cool project that will help get crypto closer to mass adoption because it's very easy to use and it is a use case that benefits everybody who uses the internet. Swash is an awesome way for people to earn from the value of their data. It's kind of like a form of UBI almost, but I don't really want to take it as far as UBI. But basically, you're getting to earn for participating. The Swash app's live browser takes a few minutes to install, and they already have 60,000 plus users, which makes it one of the biggest decentralized apps out there and the first and largest data union. And Swash is actually going to be expanding into a full data ecosystem with a bunch of solutions that can essentially benefit people, the underdogs. Everyday internet users like you, me, businesses and developers in a liquid digital environment for data. They are also backed by some folks that we know: KuCoin, Outlier Ventures, Streamer, Ocean Protocol, Voisin Protocol, and a bunch of others. Swash has also raised $5.5 million as part of their ongoing funding for the gear up for their upcoming IDO. So if you guys are interested, make sure to head over to the Swash app, which I will have down below. Sign up for their mailing list, follow them on Twitter, and join their Telegram. And this is something that I will be watching because I do like platforms like this. And if you guys have any questions, all of this information will be down below. Our last story here to talk about is Facebook being down. Facebook is down, IG is down, and WhatsApp Messenger is down. This is very interesting timing considering a lot of the craziness that we are seeing. I'm not here with my tinfoil hat on, but I did want to let you guys know that Facebook is down and some of these other apps are down. And of course, Bitcoin never goes down. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure to smash the like, subscribe, set alerts, etc. Have a great rest of your Monday, and I'll catch y'all later. Bye-bye.